I want to bring in General Jack Keane. General, we've just heard this suggestion that Chernobyl, the reactor, has been removed from the power grid. What do you make of that? Is it possible that Putin's using Chernobyl as a weapon of some sort?
I don't think he's directly involved in that. I'm going to listen to what the IAEA has to say. They don't think it's a critical safety issue yet. Okay. Certainly, it bears observation, and I think just let's get some more facts before sure. we take this into a critical phase that it may not be.
So what's your assessment of the situation in Kiev? We hear it's maybe just 24 hours away from a heavy assault. Your assessment, please.
Yeah, sure. Well, the Russians have spent about a week getting ready for what we're about to see here. They've made a number of tries to encircle Kiev, and none of them have been successful. While I agree with Trey, they're close on the western side. They're making a relatively long approach on the eastern side on two axes of advance, one coming out of Cherniv, another coming from Sumy, and they pulled forces from Kharkiv into this axis as well. Their plan, Stuart, is to encircle the city on the west and encircle it on the east. And once that encirclement is complete, that encirclement will bring a lot of artillery with it. And that artillery, area attack weapons, long-range artillery, and rocket artillery began to hammer the city, in addition, certainly, to air power. While there's some capability to defend against air power, some of those bombs are definitely going to drop. They will hammer that city and try to get the leaders to capitulate and surrender before they send their combat troops into the city. That siege could take a couple of weeks. I think likely the people there have stocked up on water. They've stocked up on food, probably a couple of weeks' worth. And as such, the Russians will likely turn the water off, shut the water distribution down, and not let any food in. This will be a humanitarian crisis for sure. And remember, the Russians are making war on the people as much as they are making war on the Ukrainian military. That is an objective of theirs, to force the leadership to stop the suffering by capitulating and giving up. If they don't give up, then they will enter Kyiv with their combat forces, and they will have to fight block by block and building by building. It should be known, our audience, urban warfare favors the defense because of the obvious. There's so much concealment, there's so much cover to take in buildings, and it soaks up a lot of forces to be able to take a major city like that, if the defenders have the resolve and also have the capabilities. So this is a very critical phase that we see unfolding. Whether it's, it may take a little longer than 24 hours to make this approach march. Now, Stuart, there's no guarantee they can encircle the city. They have not made it before. They have added additional forces to both of these axes to help them do it. There are no more forces outside of Ukraine now. All of Russia's deployed forces are fully committed to this main effort and also to the campaign in the south.
Would it make any difference if we could get those MiG jets into action in Ukraine?
You betcha. I mean, we got to be all in on this. I understand what's happened here. I think somebody high in the Russian government called the Polish leaders and said, look, if you give the Ukrainians those fighters, it's an act of war and you're going to suffer the consequences. I think the Poles folded, and what they did is they said, we'll send the fighters to a U.S. base in Germany. They washed their hands of it because they're no longer their fighters. They're giving them to the Americans. I do believe the Americans should slap them for that, to be frank about it. And if they don't change their position, then we should pull out the Ukrainian pilots, marry them up at those airplanes, and let them get those planes into the fight. Let's get the bureaucracy out of the way, solve the logistics problems, and let's get on with giving them this assistance.
General Jack Keane, thanks very much for being with us and contributing your expertise. We value it, sir. Thanks very much. See you again soon.